The Dallas Cowboys have made massive trade deadline additions before, but adding Las Vegas Raiders WR Davante Adams would be on a different level. Adams has already spoken publicly about his dissatisfaction with Las Vegas this season, but this kind of move is exceptionally rare. It's hard not to think about when Dallas traded for Amari Cooper while he was on the Raiders. It was a move that defined the Cowboys' offense for the following few years. Now, former New York Jets general manager Mike Tannenbaum is calling for Dallas to trade for Adams. Let's go get another number one, like how it is with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in Miami, and Devonte Smith and A.J. Brown in Philadelphia. Tannenbaum said on Get Up according to C.com, "A guy like Davante Adams will get them over the hump. Adams is one of the best receivers in the NFL, so of course the Cowboys would like to add him. Doing so is a different story. The Raiders are still in the AFC wildcard race at 3-4 and would not want to ditch their best player as they hit the midpoint of the season." Davante Adams continues to produce despite playing in his 31-year-old season. Davante Adams is showing no sign of slowing down. According to PFR, the former Fresno State Bulldog already has 47 catches this year and is over the 500-yard mark 7 games into the season. He also has 3 touchdowns on the year. Adams is being complemented by Jacoby Myers on the Raiders' offense, which has allowed him to receive less attention from opposing defenses. The primary problem for Adams has been the lack of consistency at quarterback. The Raiders are navigating QB Jimmy Garoppolo's latest injury issues. That has led to Aiden O'Connell and Brian Hoyer playing snaps in recent weeks. As good as Adams is, having a subpar QB means that Adams isn't being utilized to his best. Whether or not Adams leaves Las Vegas remains to be seen, but it's clear that those in the Cowboys world are paying attention and want him in Dallas. Cowboys legend speaks on Davante Adams. One of those wanting to see Adams with the Cowboys is former Dallas receiver Dez Bryant. After Adams expressed his frustrations about his lack of touches, Bryant stirred the pot. On October 19, Bryant made waves by responding to the Raiders' pass catcher's comments by tagging Adams in an X post with a side-eye emoji. Bryant is never shy when it comes to social media, Cowboys fans know that. But one has to wonder if he's got an inside track or is friends with Adams. The post received upwards of 4,500 likes and hundreds of comments. Adams' comments could be best summed up by his phrasing, "I'm not here just to hang out." He also said that, at this stage in his career, he cares more about his individual legacy as a receiver than getting wins or losses. That kind of statement doesn't typically sit well with fans, but Adams is truly dominant. Any fanbase, including those of the Raiders and Cowboys, would be happy to be the host of where he finishes out his prime seasons. Cowboys rumors are heating up not only regarding the team acquiring new players but potentially moving some of their own playmakers. Bleacher Report's Matt Holder offered 5 bold predictions ahead of the NFL trade deadline, with the Cowboys dealing receiver Michael Gallup as one of the moves. The analyst believes the Cowboys could use the underperforming wideout as a trade pawn for a player like Titans star Derrick Henry. While the Dallas Cowboys are expected to be buyers instead of sellers at the deadline and have been loosely linked to Derrick Henry recently, I wouldn't rule out them using Michael Gallup as a trade pawn, Holder detailed on October 28, 2023. Wide receiver is probably the deepest position on the Cowboys roster. CeeDee Lamb serves as their top target, speedster Brandon Cooks can be a deep threat, Devonte Turpin is a good gadget player, and Jalen Tolbert is waiting in the fold after receiving rave reviews in training camp. Then there's Gallup, who has been steadily declining. It wouldn't be surprising if the Tennessee Titans would be interested in a 26-year-old wideout who has been productive in the past and is under contract through 2026. So Dallas could use Gallup as a bargaining chip to get someone like Henry and reduce how much draft capital it would have to give up. Cowboys rumors of Dallas trading Michael Gallup is likely wishful thinking. Would Dallas listen to calls about Gallup? This seems likely, but the Cowboys rumors of the team potentially moving Gallup is likely a bit of wishful thinking. Gallup still has 3 additional seasons remaining after 2023 on his current 5-year, $57.5 million contract. Given Gallup's current level of production, Dallas is unlikely to find a team willing to take on his deal. Michael Gallup's 5-year, $57.5 million contract runs through the 2026 season. The receiver has 18 receptions for 204 yards through the first 7 weeks of the season. Gallup has 2 or fewer catches in 3 of 6 games this season. This is not the kind of production that makes opposing teams eager to take on a $57 million deal. Gallup is slated to have an $8.5 million salary and $13.8 million cap hit in 2024. The Cowboys do have an out in Gallup's deal that would allow Dallas to release the wideout this coming offseason. If the Cowboys cut Gallup, the team would have to eat a $13 million dead cap hit, per Spotrac. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones has been critical of Michael Gallup during an October 17 interview with 105.3 The Fans. Sean and RJ. Owner Jerry Jones was candid about Gallup's play. Jones even offered criticism about Gallup's receiving techniques. "I thought Gallup had a little problem in the game versus Chargers on October 16, Jones explained. "He's evolving still, I think. I know he gets tired of hearing this, but trying to get on back from where he was because of his injury, but we had good games from our receivers against the Chargers on October 16. But when he is available in the offense, which really I picture Gallup as a contested long ball receiver. He needs to get his hands right, needs to get those thumbs together on passes above his shoulders. You open those hands and have the thumbs apart when it's below your waist, not above your shoulders. So, we just got to get him, technique-wise, where we know he can be, and that could be the next game." It is worth noting that Jones was also critical of Amari Cooper during the season before the team ultimately traded the veteran to the Browns. Cooper had been a rumored cut candidate prior for Dallas dealing the wideout. Cowboys great Michael Irvin says Jerry Jones should follow Eagles' lead at trade deadline. With the NFL trade deadline set for next Tuesday, former Cowboys wideout Michael Irvin believes Dallas should follow the lead of the NFC East leading Eagles and make moves to improve the team. The Eagles bolstered their secondary on Monday trading for Tennessee star safety Kevin Byard. While appearing on FS1's Undisputed, Irvin expressed that in order for Dallas to keep pace with Philadelphia, owner Jerry Jones should be giving the message, "We're always looking." The issue is when you're seeing Philadelphia hunt up every stone, turn over every rock trying to find players, bringing in Julio Jones on offense, going to get a safety from a Tennessee for your defense, said Irvin. You keep getting players because you're saying, "We're doing everything in the front office," and you send a message to the players, "You make sure you're doing everything on the football field." And I wish Jerry would send that message, "We're always looking." Despite Dallas owning a solid 4-2 record, Irvin believes the disappointing contributions of wide receivers Michael Gallup and Brandon Cooks should force the front office to send players the message they need to start to produce. This game right here, versus the Rams, should be your final, because if I saw Michael Gallup playing like Michael Gallup played years ago, if I saw Brandon Cooks doing things, then I would say you're good enough right now. Added Irvin, "They haven't shown enough for me to be saying that I'm out of the business to trade this." The Cowboys' current wide receiver corps have another opportunity to impress analysts like Irvin ahead of the trade deadline, when they play host to Cooper Kupp and the Rams at AT&T Stadium on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.